used to doing things one way that we never realized that there could be a better way to do the same thing, especially at home. I don't want to figure out कि बारिश के टाइम में कपड़े ड्राई कैसे करूं. I just want to have a chai and take a nap. घर के काम को लेकर स्ट्रेस थोड़ी होना चाहिए. घर is to relax. Well, that's where our inventors come in. Because आज हम देखने वाले हैं कि ऐसे inventions जो हमारे घर के कामों को आसान बनाने वाले हैं. Coming up next is 14-year-old Prisha, who is trying to make saving the environment cool.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the Inventor Challenge.
Thank you.
What's your name?
I'm Prisha Patel.
Prisha. Okay,
Yeah.
don't feel the pressure, okay?
Because we appreciate your
We
efforts.
really
Please
appreciate it.
ignore their puns. This
Yes.
is just what they do on this show. What do you want to do in your life? What do you want to be when you grow up? An inventor or something else?
So I'm not sure at all right now.
That's awesome. Don't be sure. Go with the flow.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your invention?
Sure. Okay. So let me start with where it all began. I'm sure all have all heard of experienced Mumbai heat, right?
Yes.
So I was sitting in my room and it was very hot. So I asked my mom, can you please switch on the AC? And she's like, it's on. I was so surprised. Just then, I was to create a project using STEM to help the environment. And I decided I would look into how I can increase the AC's efficiency while decreasing the load on the environment. Because ACs consume the most electricity out of all the appliances in our houses. I started doing research and I came to know that ACs are generally made to work with outside temperatures being 37 degrees Celsius or less. So when it's very hot outside, the AC takes a lot more time and has to work very hard to cool the room inside. Also, I came to know that by just keeping the outdoor unit of the AC cool, the AC's efficiency can be increased.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the outdoor unit is very hot because of the hot air it throws out. You can keep the outdoor unit cool by keeping plants near it or sprinkling water. But I don't think you go to do that every day. So
Right.
those are not practical or sustainable options. That's what led to the invention of Aqua. So basically, the project looks like it's 2 frames of aluminium. In between them, there are 50 or so cones made of clay, and the hot air coming out of the ODU passes through the clay cones. And so, because of evaporative cooling and the shape of the cones, the hot air gets compressed and cools down. Thus, it makes a system that is simple and does not need no extra process. I believe that in a world where there are more than 1.5 billion AC units, this is a simple, cost-effective and eco-friendly way of keeping the electricity bill low, increasing the AC's efficiency and decreasing the load of environment. I would love to have your expertise in making this project more modular, usable, easier to install in residential and commercial buildings. Thank you.
Got it.
Thanks.
Amazing.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
By how many degrees are you proposing that the temperature would drop?
So the temperature is dropping by 5 to 7 degrees Celsius in just the first 10 minutes of starting the AC.
That's a lot.
Is the cone material, is it durable? Like, will clay in the heat, will it crack, dry, break? Would it have to be replaced?
So it is very durable because we use it everywhere, like earthen pots, matkas. And even if one breaks, it won't matter a lot because there are 49 others that will help with the
Got it.
cooling.
So, and you envision selling this as like a attachment that people buy separately, or do you think that you want to take it to actually AC manufacturers?
Definitely like an attachment at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then for bulk,
Bulk with the manufacturers.
See, you develop this in a sense, in the context of Mumbai, okay, which has kind of moist heat, right? In cities like Delhi, the heat is like 47 degrees and it's dry heat. So something like an earthen clay pot you'll put outside, the amount of water that is being collected will be too less. It will dry out too fast, you know?
Okay.
So, yeah.
So yes, that's definitely one thing I want to work on. There can be like a flush system that can be placed on top of it, of recycled water or water from ROs, because a lot of water goes waste there too.
Good point.
So if we can make that attachment on top of it, then whenever the AC is switched on, that can also switch on and start dripping water.
Also, you should know you've done an amazing job. The reason we're asking you so many
Thank
questions is because that's how interesting we find your idea. This could potentially have legs. I think we just have to figure out how it's going to match up to the rest of the ideas for the lab stage.
Babies के जितने खाना खाते टाइम नखरे होते हैं ना, you would think that they were food bloggers. But there might be a solution. Let's see how our 30-year-old inventor Pallavi has cracked this one.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
अपने बारे में थोड़ा सा बताइएगा.
मैं पुणे महाराष्ट्र से आई हूँ मैम. मेरा एजुकेशन कंप्यूटर साइंस में इंजीनियरिंग हुआ था, बट मैं 3rd ईयर में थी तब मेरी शादी हो गई थी.
Okay.
और 7 या 8 मंथ के बाद मैं प्रेग्नेंट रही. फिर भी मैंने एजुकेशन कंप्लीट किया लास्ट ईयर
Through
मेरा.
the pregnancy.
Yes.
Wow,
Fantastic.
amazing.
Very nice.
Pallavi, it's your moment. And please tell us a little bit about your invention.
मेरे इनोवेशन का नाम सबशेल है, जो कि एक बेबी फीडिंग इक्विपमेंट है.
Oh, wow.
मेरी बच्ची जब तक वो 8-9 महीने की थी तब तक ठीक था. मैं उसे आसानी से खाना खिला सकती थी. जैसे जैसे बड़ी होती गई, दौड़ना, फिर उसके पीछे फिर से मुझे भी दौड़ना पड़ता था. उसके लिए बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. फिर मेरे दिमाग में एक आइडिया आया कि सबशेल अगर ऐसा पाउच हम निकालें, बच्चे सेमी सॉलिड खाना आसानी से खा सकेंगे. उसमें 2 नोजल रहेंगे, जो एक रिजिड होगा और एक फ्लेक्सिबल होगा. रिजिड नोजल से बच्चे सेमी सॉलिड खाना आसानी से खा सकेंगे और जो फ्लेक्सिबल होगा उसमें लिक्विड खाना आसानी से खाएंगे. और बच्चों को अगर उनके हाथ में भी दिया जाए तो बच्चे आसानी से वो पकड़ के हैंडल कर सकते हैं. तो कटोरी और चम्मच का जो खाना हमारा जम जाता है, फिर उसे गर्म करना, फिर उसे खिलाना, ये दिक्कत हो जाती है. सबशेल पाउच ओवन में रीहीट हो सकता है, तो बच्चे अगर सबशेल से खाना खा सके तो उनका ये प्रॉब्लम माओ का या पूरे पेरेंट्स का कम हो सकता है.
I think आपका आइडिया बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. मैं भी एक न्यू पेरेंट हूँ. मेरे पास एक थॉट है और एक क्वेश्चन है आपके लिए. मेरा थॉट ये है कि इसमें थोड़ा नेचर वर्सेस नर्चर डिबेट है कि बच्चों का नेचर ऐसा है कि जब वो 1.5 साल या 2 साल के हो जाते हैं वो खाना से भागना स्टार्ट करते हैं, या इसमें थोड़ा नर्चर वाला एस्पेक्ट है कि उनको मालूम है कि पेरेंट्स उनके पीछे भागेंगे और उनको किसी ना किसी टाइम या जब भी उनको चाहिए खाना मिल जाएगा. तो मेरा क्वेश्चन आपके लिए ये है कि आपका प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट था कि बच्चे इधर उधर हर जगह भागते रहते हैं तो उनको खिलाना मुश्किल हो जाता है. सो आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आपके इन्वेंशन के थ्रू ये भागना दौड़ना बंद हो जाएगा कि फिर से उनके पीछे पीछे इन्वेंशन के साथ भागना पड़ेगा और उनको देना होगा?
नहीं सर, कटोरी और चम्मच से जैसे हम भागना पड़ता है तो चम्मच हिल जाता है, फिर वो गिर जाता है. अगर पाउच उसके मुंह में डाले और मम्मी लोग सिर्फ पाउच को स्विच करे तो भी वो निवाला अंदर जाएगा, तो आसानी से खाएगा वो.
बट अगेन वो थोड़ा बहुत डज इट डिपेंड ऑन, अगर उनको बहुत पसंद है जो अंदर है, और अगर वो पसंद नहीं है तो वो तभी भी भागते रहेंगे और आपको वो उनको देना होगा या वो उसको साइड में फेंक दें.
I think, Pasin, it's also, to your point, I think it's also the fact that because, as you know, Pallavi was saying that बच्चों की आदत है with the bottle in their mouth, so that function of
feeling of
having some
comfort and
comfort and a
familiarity.
toy that they're holding, कुछ soft है और वो उनको आदत है bottle में खाने की, so maybe that will carry on with food.
किस एज के लिए है ये?
सर ये 2.5 साल तक के बच्चे इसे हैंडल कर सकते हैं.
इसके ऊपर थोड़ी डिटेल बता सकते हैं कि what materials did you try, what worked, what didn't work?
मैंने उसके 2 टाइप्स किए. एक मल्टीलेयर फैब्रिक यूज किया और एक सिलिकॉन बॉडी का यूज किया. पर मल्टीलेयर फैब्रिक आसानी से क्लीन नहीं होता, तो बच्चे के लिए वो सेफ्टी नहीं है. तो सिलिकॉन बॉडी का अगर बनाते हैं तो वो बच्चों के लिए सेफ है. वो आसानी से स्वीज भी कर सकते हैं और उसे क्लीन करना वो भी आसान है.
मेरे खुद के 2 बेबीज हैं, तो मैं आपकी बात समझ सकता हूँ कि ये कितना मुश्किल काम होता है और जब ये अचीव हो जाता है तो कितना सक्सेसफुल फीलिंग आती है इसके बाद. लेकिन वन थिंग वी हैव टू बी वेरी कंसर्न्ड अबाउट इज कि अगर बेबी खुद ज्यादा स्क्वीज कर दे और एक्स्ट्रा फूड चले जाए, टीथ होते हैं रास्ते में, टंग्स होते हैं, तो उससे फिर रुक जाता है. लेकिन अगर ये डिवाइस सीधा एक नोजल के साथ स्क्वीज हो जाए, स्ट्रेट गले में चले जाए, उसमें एक चोकिंग हैजर्ड का भी एक फियर रहता है.
सर जैसे रिजिड बोला, ग्रेटर देन 1.5 mm डायमीटर का बनेगा और जो फ्लेक्सिबल होगा वो लेस देन 2 mm डायमीटर का बनेगा.
ओके.
अगर कुछ सीड्स, जैसे एप्पल आप मैश कर रहे हैं, अगर सीड आ गई, कुछ भी आ गया, तो वो वही रुक जाएगी.
गॉट इट.
अच्छा, एक चीज मुझे पूछनी है, जैसे कि जब आपके बेबी को फीडिंग का टाइम आता था तो खाना खिलाने का टाइम, तो आपके हस्बैंड ज्यादा पेशेंस दिखाते थे या आप?
वो ज्यादा दिखाते.
Let's talk a little bit about your project. Tell me where you are right now.
So this is the outdoor unit. The fan is behind this. the AC square comes on top of the fan. There are like so many cones, like 56 of them, in this huge aluminum frame with like sunboard and hay, and it's like lots of material.
Let's definitely look at simplifying the design to be able to make sure that...
Make it more modular and easier.
Amazing. Okay, let's get to it.
Okay.
Her project is super cool. It's looking at something like an air conditioner, which is a regular day item, and then making it more economical, more sustainable, reducing the amount of energy it's producing, and at the same time, making your room cooler.
After a lot of research, looking at what different materials can be used, we tried 3 different prototype designs to reach this final one.
I'm Anupama, and I run a makerspace in a fab lab called Workbench Projects. I have been a very strong proponent for arts and tech, and I'm very invested in the space of education. चलो पल्लवी शुरू करते हैं. Flexible pouch जो बोल रहे हो.
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you get visual reference from?
मैंने ऐसा रियलाइज किया केचप का पाउच आता है.
हाँ, केचप का पाउच.
बेबी इजीली उसे मुंह में डालता है, वो सिर्फ ऐसे करके खा लेता है, उसे टेस्ट लगता है बस.
That's so true, no?
Yes, ma'am.
तो चलो मुझे बताओ कि तुम कौन सी एज ग्रुप के लिए ये पाउच बनाना चाहती?
6 months है 1 year तक. उसके लिए हम फ्लेक्सिबल नोजल यूज करेंगे मैम, और 1.5 के लिए रिजिड नोजल यूज कर सकते हैं.
The nozzle has to be so well designed because the suction has to ensure the free flow of that semi-state matter.
Yes.
So still the question of where the air is getting blocked.
जस्ट मैम ये सिलिकॉन बॉटल होगी, जस्ट थ्रेड और इसमें नोजल जो हम चेंज करेंगे. अगर पाउच को हम दबा रहे हैं तो वो एयर तो पकड़ेगा, आप जिससे बोल रहे हैं.
So you have to look at a vent system which will be right at its end. Yeah? Take a look at it.
मैंने अभी तक जो पाउच मल्टी लेयर फैब्रिक से यूज किया था,
Right.
बट ये सिलिकॉन का है, थोड़ा हेवी लाइट ऐसे भी बना है मोल्ड के हिसाब से. तो बच्चा कैरी कैसे करेगा, स्वीज कैसे करेगा, वो भी मुझे टेंशन है. वो कैसे फीडिंग करता है, ये भी एक टेंशन है मुझे.
I think ये जो टेंशन के बारे में आप बता रहे हो ना,
Yes.
is a very good thing. So I hope that Pallavi is going to be that continued, tinkerer, maker, and innovator beyond this challenge. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Your next phase is going to be the user testing phase.
Yep.
Are you excited about that? What are you thinking?
Excited, and that is a bit like, what will they think?
Really looking forward to seeing how people interact with your product coming up next.
Yeah, me too.
Prisha and Pallavi are back in our studio in Mumbai with their working prototypes, where Pallavi's baby feeding pouch and Prisha's Aqua Cool will be tested by our focus group, a group of specially curated everyday people brought here to test out the prototypes. जो देखेंगे ये prototypes कितने आसान है यूज करने में और किस invention को वो बनाना चाहेंगे अपनी जिंदगी का हिस्सा. The invention more people add to cart, वो जीतेगा 10 lakh rupees. So excited for you all to go and test these 2 inventions, and your decisions are very important to our inventors. Please go ahead, test them.
The entire AC cooler made a lot of sense because now that we're using so many technologies, it becomes very necessary that we take care of the environment also at the same time.
The cooling part was really doing well. We observed the temperature after pouring the water, and we tried and tested. It was really working well.
Increasing.
Yeah.
The cooling part is going up.
How much is it now?
By 1 degree, it has come down.
I would be more convinced to buy something like this if the cooling is slightly more. Households and units which use AC exhaustively, it's far more warmer. So maybe reduction of temperature by a couple of degrees won't really help.
It's pretty flexible, easy to use, adaptive. So definitely I can use it in my home.
It was something new. I would suggest to my customers also, while buying AC, additional would be like, means why don't you have this also? two bottles which they have made it like means कि भाई उसमें एक liquid product और एक में semi liquid product में डाल के गर्म भी रहेगा and वो air pack है तो product खराब भी नहीं होगा.
The products I tasted, one was a baby feeder. The products were not quality-wise good.
ये जो है वो सिलिकॉन की जो बताई उन्होंने तो that is good rather than the जो अभी available in the market है वो यानी वो सेफ भी है तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि it's work.
I was not too happy with the way the product worked. Both the nipple and the body weren't really conducive to semi-liquid foods. So I'm not sure if the child sucks really fast, it will give pleasant feeding experience.
Okay.
And a good
food.
Great. So you guys have tried and tested both the inventions. So go ahead and vote for your favorite invention. Our focus group has decided which invention will be the most relevant to their lives. But वो invention कौन सा है? उसके लिए हमें जाना पड़ेगा वापस हमारे पैनल के पास.
Look what we have here.
Wow. This is obviously Prisha's.
Quite precious.
You appreciate it a lot? Or?
I do appreciate a lot.
And you remember all your puns. But you know what? It's quite nice. I thought it would be much bigger. It's actually looking quite compact.
Yes, absolutely. And I think it makes it so much more easy to understand once we actually see it.
Yeah.
And now that we have it.
And I really liked that she stuck to this thing of,
Terracotta?
using terracotta and going and figuring out how to make this shape.
You could paint these in nice colors also. Oh, I
Improve the
remember
facade.
this.
Correct. I can
Oh,
tell by
interesting
the material, it seems like a silicone, like a,
Yeah.
should ideally be like a,
Kind of like a
it's like food
it's like
grade BPA free.
skin-like material.
That's nice.
That's not what I was expecting.
Different
but
from what I
Right.
pictured.
I like
But
this because
this
it
is cool,
seems
yeah.
more like easier to grip and but it looks like it doesn't have too many small parts, so even if it breaks, it won't be much of a hazard.
Oh, well, should we get them out and let them
yeah,
explain?
sure.
Awesome.
Feels great to be back.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Seeing all the inventions come to life.
We have not yet used any of our jury power, folks.
Is
It is,
today
sir.
going to be the day? Let's find out.
On that note, should we get our happy contestants out
Let's
here?
do it.
Yes, we
Yes.
should.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back, ladies. Looking
Pallavi,
very nice.
Prisha.
Thank you.
Yeah, how are you
Hi.
feeling?
Excited but nervous.
So tell us how was the experience in the lab?
It was like hectic, but there was so much to do. We did lots of improvements in the design and the weight of the product and spoke to my mentor and seeing what their concerns are.
Okay.
थोड़ी टेंशन भी थी ये कैसे बनेगा. वहाँ पे मैंने 3D डिजाइन्स किए. बाद में कौन सा मटेरियल यूज होगा, कौन सा बच्चे के लिए हाइजेनिक है, कौन सा सेफ है, देन कौन सा कैप भी बैठेगा और वो कैसे फिट होगा, ये मैंने बहुत सर्च किया.
So fantastic work. We're all super proud of what you've achieved. And now it's decision time. So let's call out Ahana.
Welcome.
And it's here. So now it's time to do the deed. All the best to both the inventors.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I am ready.
All right.
This is very precious.
Very precious.
Extremely heavy card.
Very heavy.
Heavy burden to bear.
Okay,
You're a good
3,
man.
2, 1, and... Ooh!
That's what I thought.
Okay. So the time is here. I think the consumer panel has made the right decision. And the winner of the Inventor Challenge and who wins the 10 lakh rupee cash prize is
Hurry up.
Prisha.
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
It's time for high fives.
Congratulations.
Nice.
I was very nervous. I don't know. It was just like I couldn't even think. And I'm so grateful that I even got this opportunity that like I can present some of like my idea and I just feel so good.
And now for something.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well
Congratulations.